Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Chloe. I'm a second-year undergraduate studying digital culture in King's College London, and on this channel we explore all things career, entrepreneurship, and intentional living for my fellow creatives looking to find work and live a life that they truly love. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about how you, yes you, can land your dream internship as a university student. Yeah, get into it. First things first, let's get this out of the way. I look like I'm wearing a Filipiniana, which I love. I'm really into that, but also not really the main point. I need to establish first like why you should be listening to me in the first place, because I would never want to appear as if like I know it all. But I do have a couple of experiences under my belt. I actually have 3 full and formal internships under my belt. I'm currently pursuing my 4th one, and if you want to watch like a day in the life of a marketing intern during a pandemic, watch last week's video, and I'll also link it up in the cards above. Go ahead and watch that video right after this one so that you sort of like understand where I'm coming from. But I also managed to do 2 6-month internships during my gap year, which I unexpectedly took because I got rejected from all the schools that I had applied for, but it ended up being one of the best things that could have happened for me. Too long didn't read. These are all of the unconventional tips and tricks I wish I could have had when I was first applying to my first ever internship or trying to land my dream internship. So we're gonna be mainly running through 4 different things: the job search, the application process, the interviewing process. Once you finally land that interview.
Who are you?
My name's Chloe. I'm a second-year undergraduate studying digital culture in King's College London.
You have no style or sense of fashion.
Oh my god.
And the last one, mindset shifts to start attracting the opportunity and the internship that is in full alignment with you.
I love my job. I love my job. I love my job.
The first one is to look outside of what you would usually think of. Consider different opportunities and just seed them wherever you are, because you'll never really know whichever one pops up for you. Secondly is to not be afraid to tell people that you are looking. Now I know this is like a little bit of an ego thing. We all don't want to look too desperate, like, oh my gosh, like I need to find an internship right now, which I think nowadays like it's not really a big deal anymore. But as long as they know that you need help, and if they find some sort of opportunity, you achieve like top of mind awareness. Like if they know that you have these skills and you have this experience, and then they see some sort of opportunity that they feel like aligns with you, they will recommend you for it, or they will recommend that opportunity to you, and they would never really know that you're looking in the first place if you don't open up your goddamn mouth. That leads on to my 3rd tip, which is to use the resources you already have, whether it's your friends, your teachers, your mentors. Make sure to tell them that you are looking, because anyone who knows you well enough and are in a position to refer you to their contacts, to their network, or to refer you to opportunities that they have seen, they will be able to really know what's right for you, and they can think of you instantly. For example, when I was looking for an internship to do in London, I actually consulted my career mentor on this. And for you, it could be like your teacher in school, someone you look up to. You never really know where it might take you, so you might as well just capitalize and leverage on that. And the 4th tip is, when is the best time to apply for a job? Because timing is everything. So let's go through what is the worst time to actually apply for a job, and that is in December, okay? Take note, people. In December, especially after the first week of people prepping for the holidays, like people are ready to just like leave their goddamn jobs. They're just essentially like preparing for whatever needs to be done during the time that they are away. And so the last thing that they want to look at is someone who's trying to apply for a job into their company. Like they're gonna deal with that later on, and you don't want to end up in like the depths of all of their emails when they have to return to their inbox after their holidays. What about the best time to apply for a job? The best time to apply for a job is in fact the 2nd week of January, because people leave their jobs, but not before they get their holiday benefits or bonuses or off days. So teams are oftentimes scrambling to find someone to do the work.
It's like we don't learn any
anything
after that person has left. So you can come swooping right in, look like the knight in shining armor, and be like, I'm here to help. I have the qualified skills, experience, and interest to work for you. Here is my resume and my cover letter. Of course, there are the special cases, like the exceptions. For me, I didn't even apply in January, but I still managed to get one anyways. So this is just like optimal time, to really help you out. So the fifth and last one in the job search process is to reach out to someone in your dream company or in the internship that you are vying for. Reach out to someone on LinkedIn or email them if you have their email, expressing interest in learning more about their career. Now, this is so useful because people oftentimes are willing to help young people navigate through the early stages of their career and life. And if you genuinely are not looking for anything, like you just want to ask them on how they navigated their career, because the position they are in right now in their professional life is something that you also want to replicate in your own career, you got to create that connection first and establish that trust, and that you're just there to willingly hear their story out and provide that safe space for them to share their story and like tips and tricks. It essentially warms up that connection and that application you're going to be making to their companies. I have three main things to share with this one. So the first one is to sprinkle keywords from their job description on their career portal site and put it onto your cover letter and your resume. Now, why should you do this? A ton of people apply to those internships, and so they normally process like all of the different resumes through their machines and sort of like have their machines and technology softwares pick up on the keywords that aligns with the job description that they have put out on their site, and they want to see like how accurate your application and resume is to what they're looking for. And so if you didn't even reach like the bare minimum of what they're looking for, you have already pretty much like cut yourself short through there and you've dug your own grave. And the second one, for those who have no formal experience or job experience yet, beef up your portfolio by offering your time and services to an NGO or a startup, or work on your own passion projects or personal projects. Don't think that you just have to apply for internships like at big companies. A lot of the time, like, they take much longer and they are also harder to get into, especially for your first few like job experiences. Honestly, like, people just want to see that you have the abilities to do the work. And the third tip is to stay organized with your applications. Now, if you're sending out like, I don't know, 15, 30, 60 applications, you have to stay organized and keep track of like which one has gone back to you, which one hasn't, which one you need to follow up on. And I actually have a template that I can share with you on Notion that I personally use down below. So be sure to click that and duplicate it onto your own workspace so that you can use it to keep track of your applications. Have secured yourself your first ever interview. What do you do? Well, I have 3 tips to share for this one, and the first one is to make it a conversation rather than an interview. Now, I know this is a little bit contradicting because it's called an interview for a reason, but make it conversational and you're keeping them engaged. They want people who can articulate and communicate really well, and so you want to display those soft skills through how you carry yourself in the interview. What's really great as well about asking your questions, not just towards the end of the interview, but also like during the interview, is that when they start sharing things about their company or they answer your question, you can take that time to think and reevaluate what else have you not said and what else do you need to say based on the new information that they are giving to you. And the second one is to always ask questions at the end. As much as they are evaluating you, you are also evaluating them, because you will be dedicating quite a bit of time to this work. Ask them things like, is there anything on my resume that you would need more clarification on? I would be more than happy to share with you what you are unclear about. Perhaps they have doubts of their own that you may not be aware of. This is a great way to just like pick up on that and ensure them that you are very passionate, that you want to put your work for their company, that you are of value, and that you will be doing good work.
Fortunately, we only hire from Harvard. And you not only did not go to Harvard Law School, you haven't even gone to any law school.
What if I told you that I consume knowledge like no one you've ever met and I've actually passed the bar?
And the third one is to always send a thank you email within 24 hours of your interview. This just serves as a reminder to them that you actually had an interview with them. This is also an opportunity for you to emphasize once again that you are very enthusiastic and that this internship is your first priority. It's a dream come true if you were to be able to work for them. So the first one is to not be afraid to express your views, especially if it concerns improvements that you would like to make in the company if they were to have you on their team. I know a lot of the time, like if you are really gunning for an internship or a job, like as much as possible, you want to make sure that you are the kind of person that is easily agreeable with them, that they can work with smoothly, and that will have no sort of like interference whatsoever. And of course, like there is a space to do that, but what they're looking for when they're taking on someone new onto their team is someone who will add value and who will add a different and more fresh perspective onto their team. And they don't want someone who's just like a people pleaser and will just happily agree to anything that they say or are already doing. And you add more value in that way if you say that I've really enjoyed like your product, your service, your company, and I really stand behind what you guys are doing, but I also believe that there can be improvements made in this and this way, and I believe that I can sort of help with that because I have this and this experience, or I have done this for my own personal project, or I've done this in school. Now, the second tip I have, no application or new connection is ever a waste of time. There is always lessons that you can learn and pick up from every single application that you have made. And never ever think that just because you didn't get that new connection that you wanted, or you didn't get that internship, or you never heard back from them, that it's ever a waste of time, because most likely it will help inform you to create a more strong and robust internship application for the next one. The third and final tip I have in terms of mindset shifts is to just go for it. Honestly, even if you feel like you don't fulfill every single requirement, a lot of the time we have this sense of imposter syndrome when we apply for jobs that we feel like we don't necessarily 100% qualify for. But this is especially so for those who are applying for internships. Most of the time, they're just looking for someone who understands the industry, understands the language that they use, someone who can do work efficiently, and someone who's willing to learn, eager to help out, very initiative, proactive, and just make sure to show that through your application and through your interview. And it doesn't really matter if you don't 100% fulfill every single requirement, because most of the time you can learn it on the job, or there's some sort of like training for you in like your first week or your first month. So be sure to be diligent in learning that. All the best with applying for your dream internships or your dream jobs. Hopefully all of what I've had to share has been helpful for you so far. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, like it. Also, 50% of y'all watch these videos but ain't subscribed, so what y'all doing? Y'all sleeping on this talent, okay? Subscribe, turn your bell notifications on so that you're notified whenever I post a new video. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.